Alrighty, hey guys, this is Jacey Bowers. Today we are at Wabash and I'm going to be discussing seed potatoes. We just got our seed potatoes in. We typically do the same three varieties each year. We do the Yukon Gold, the Kennebec, and the red LaSoda. Those do really well here. I recently did some research and found out that potatoes that we're able to grow here in the south are not the same as a lot of potatoes that are able to be grown in the north, and they typically get higher yields because they have a longer season and they're able to continue to mound soil on top, and this allows for more expansion. What we want to do here in Houston is use raised beds, or something where it's elevated and it can be contained. That's what I found to be the best um, situation for my potatoes. Also, keep in mind that whatever you're going to be putting in the ground or wherever this space is, you're going to really, when you harvest your potatoes, you're going to really go through that entire space. So somebody had recommended to me doing something where at the end of your harvest, you just like lift it up and all the soil comes out. I mean, there are things on Amazon that you can buy like that, right? But we want to get kind of a bigger yield. I was reading about how this gentleman up north was able to do a 4x8 raised bed, two of them, and he had potatoes for I think like a year, which is nuts. But we're going to get into how do we cut them. I've already gone through which ones we do. Also, I would like us to keep in mind too the variety that we do. The Yukon Gold is going to be between 60 and 80 days. That's going to be our fastest potato, sorry. I really want to get them potatoes. I really want to, I told John I'd do it. But anyway, I really want to get them in the ground soon because 60 days is pretty fast and I want potatoes. So that being said, we need to cut them in kind of like blocks, and we want to have at least one eye, which is the bud, on each one. So the ones that we have right here, this is the Yukon Gold, and like with something like this, I would cut this up maybe into like 3 pieces, right? So maybe like 2 eyes. That's going to be an eye. That eventually will. This. So we just want to cut it up because each eye is what's going to ultimately produce our foliage that will come up and our potatoes. That being said, the one that's going to take the longest is the red LaSoda. The only thing is that the red skin is really good for us as individuals, like people. So we might have to do a little trade-off there. I'm still sticking with the Yukons and not changing my mind on that right now. But so yeah, that's the biggest thing is that we want to get it at least 12 to 15 inches apart, or planting. Wherever we cut, you can either wait a few days and have that cut callus over to help prevent more disease and rot. I've never had an issue with that. I always just like cut it and put it in the ground. Some people cut it and then did like some type of like solution and then put them in the ground or whatever they're going to be planting them with. But I just cut them and then put the cut side down in our soil. And then, because eventually that eye is what's going to form, like kind of come up and get the green and then our foliage. We want to harvest after it flowers. And if we can add hay or things of that nature, that will really benefit us. So come on by, get your potatoes and plant on.